Safwa and Nawoda 16th May. And to know Jennifer, happy birthday to you. God bless you and your family. This one says, Mrs. Joyce Udru, Sakumono Church of Christ. Happy birthday to you from Elder Peter Udru. And okay, this one is not a birthday wish. I personally want to say very good morning to you, Paul. A Japia company no manager the dean at the Paul and I pay Michiao Dawasi Bebre last week Friday Michia a Japia a Jumara Nankasa and then the manager Paul Achimota Mall. Yeah, and I had some fruitful discussion with them. And to know and I pay brother Paul. Yeah, manager, ewo Ejapia company and I pay Michiao, yeah, chia director, so mami, why? Chia Ejapia kasa mami. And guess what? When you say Ejapia or ye mi senior, ewa Crackadami 2 years. Yeah, Ejapia or ye mi senior wa Crackadami 2 years. Into no Friday me huno Achimota Mall. Na ubisam sa wakaimi. Let me say Annie. First of all, me kaya wa Cracker and san Ejapia. It was a nice time I had having that conversation with you last week Friday. Into Paul, manager Ejapia, and Ejapia Ranakasanana pay me chiamuna. This one says happy birthday to Rosemary Akusia Jomeku, CEO of Care with Care Limited, Ashoman Estates from Mrs. Opoku. Happy birthday to Madame Cecilia Tando from Chief. And also the siblings. The message is, the good Lord bless your new age. Happy birthday to Benistego of the bookstore Usu from your friend Patricia Sifa Fisher. And the final one says, happy birthday to Mame Sewa Kuduya from your dad Dean Osam Dodu. Happy birthday to you, Mame Sewa Kuduya from your dad Dean Sam Dudu. And I pay in Pinifo more Goil Fuel Station at what Tantra Hill, and I pay me chairman in a station manager, Mr. Becker. Also, W, Sister Millicent, need my phone in a more Goil Fuel Station, Tantra, and I pay me chairman in a. It was here. Do back one boy, perhaps my dunsi and pepe. Mamma Besame de assembly to Jacakra. Last week Friday, me say series na me running on impactful parenting, how to bring the best in your child. And I'm say a message bia, it's for young parents, ubia woba, 16 years and below, right? Because enya dia yeta chere. Ni yetumi ya ndisa ware for kwaria na yetu omo for senior ye ware but senior yetete kwada because it's their first time they are raising children. And me ye say enya dia na nkampese metoaso, but Friday na me pon ye no, I received a message from someone so close to me, yet the person has never sent me a message before. Nipa apart from miankasa meyere oma me aduane no ma me nsuo enum ewufia ha. Nidin Ede Asantewa sees to it personally, say that is if I want to take breakfast and lunch, bebrem aduane bibia, and I say message Asantewa sending me say it touched me so much. I say, oh bra Kofi, message we nko de me tati o program we pa na message we and me here esanse me mano almost sombo mame. I think she's on her way to have her, second child, and you could tell. As I'm from me, serious in a but for your sake, I want to honor you the way anapa area se me didia nyabre bia de me didi mum, but anytime bia me didi bia no say anapa area insu amenum bibia Asantewa and a 7 me no send me a message come to me a friend in my office. Now one-on-one, my catch no but send you in here Asantewa no. Me sure say there is a young woman also out there who is maybe dependent, counting on this message so much to give their children impactful parenting to bring the best out of their children. So to honor you, to show you how much you mean to me, Asantewa of Despite Media. I will continue with the series, okay? So get ready. Baby, I mean, last week Friday, no matter what we free. Peace 104.3 FM Sunia Busunya Duba Kwabwa Pem Pepe Jumedia Peace FM ya to din working time and a Kofi kum and a pay me de el sumo. Bibi yedru no senya na pebia Peace FM yetaye no free adwada de copy me fiada Duba kum pay mu se ya no yana edwumeku akese miensa eso yase ema Kofi kum me de brief message be bro edwumeku a omoso yase yedin kan yeda omose eye high sense sisia de Ghana for asuye nsuo asuye nsa ama omuhunu ne emu oduro yeso kodwa mienu a na wohunu ne eba nti afiri we de abasobode ya de ama high sense ne se woti din high sense na ejina ho edema the electronic product of the year ena esen ejina ho dema the electronic brand of the year yeah high sense sia yen ene de abasobode ama yese edin high sense no jina ho edema the electronic brand of the year essentially hodema the best electronic product of the year na yeguso ka mo say Black Stars Qatar 2022 a ye bekono Hisense yeni the official sponsor edema Black Stars Hisense yankwa na water home appliances free and cheya yetumi ma 5 years manufacturer defect warranty Hisense everyday prices for everyday people. Ejumekwa tosu mienu ejumekwa abrebia mese me bo mudi na metomo so ana masore Best Point Savings and Loans. Best Point Savings and Loans, we say your dream is our business. Ejumekwa tosu miensa insurance asuyeye. Insurance ejumekwa wa Ghana wa modoso. Wo mu nyina so ya ade na me bebia meji wo mudi makoye me car insurance me kanfu wo mode kire wa na pay best assurance. Ukoye insurance ukotwa car insurance and pay udru DVL asoye bia ye wanem sini wo ho best assurance. We say your protection is always assured. Like no kren Kofi and na me de to just say sincerely no na me pese me run full series ni na but me pon Friday no apart from me yere me be adwuma mu a da me pese me didi no ni pa wo hwema me aduane no owo na bakan enche me gidie kra se foforo nam kwan so ba na the way a usisre me no o send me message me Kofi a me nya time se me kan me message no asante wa message o de send me no e ka makoma pa me so in a way send your son me no I appreciate it and I've always been looking for a way to honor her into no Santewa of Despite Media wunti and I may twa series so to bring out the best in your children. To say me di kan me start series in the free last week Wednesday. Me ka say we no me ye edema young parents because guess what? We have a new generation of young parents have emerged. Oh, look around. A new generation of young parents have emerged. When I talk about the young parents, my target audience is anyone with children 16 years and below. 16 years and below. Bringing out the best in your children. Now, just a quick recap from where I ended last week Friday. Meka say the first principle, actually, manka, but me, ebesosui, mekaning natural. We have 5 principles of bringing the best out of your children. But minim se men running in an intimanka. 5 principles. The first principle, and I'm to accept the uniqueness of your children. 5 principles. I thought the first one, and that is to accept the uniqueness of your children. What Friday in can say? Akwada bia ewo nimdia nyankopon edemano. Now, say when you're aware of this intelligence, there are 12 kinds of intelligence. If you are not aware of it, you're the only one standard of intelligence. But to me, Eddie, wobane kujinasa insenuano so. Na ya conclude chira wo say wobano ni tiewu onimade. But na nya no kre. Because urban intelligence, Friday obekaya me catch say your academic intelligence, athletic intelligence, verbal intelligence, musical intelligence, comical intelligence, numerical intelligence, mechanical intelligence, relational intelligence, and what have you. Enti si jina insenie ba ko peso yede wo ba ana wankasa wo makwan me the only academic intelligence ema wo teacher ni eka kire say wo ba no oni mu ade na wo so feel say me ba no yesi ni tie wu a. It's up to you. You need to identify which one of these intelligence are onyankopon edi chair woba. And I went on Friday make her say there are 2 enemies that will attack the uniqueness of any child. Say wouldn't be compare and I say akwada no ebe try say obe conforming. Both of these attack the uniqueness of your child. Let's continue from conforming, because I spoke at length about comparing it, moving on to conforming. You can say, Bibi, bet to me, because wobano orbano onya obia photocopy. I spoke at length to say you shouldn't compare them to any children, and they should not compare themselves to anyone, because they are unique in a class by themselves. Then I talked about conforming. Conforming is trying to be like someone else. Guess what? Sisi ai wo hwe nkwada ye wo a. Nya nkwada kura wiasimu wo hwe mrante ne mmaba wo a wo mo ye original. Omo ndoso. Wo hwe wiasimu a nipa a omo di omo uniqueness ba ye. But say free woman and not a free woman, they've conformed. They are not as original as they came. Even on radio, we have very, very few, original programs. Most programs will be not TS will be yet program. No wa share send yankrofo tie na no so yes our program maybe. I tell you, a lot of people who preach, they have no business. A lot of people who do politics, they have no business doing politics, but no eneja enkwan kakra wo ho a wo mo besa nti program any say ye political crap no near the politics fam. But we are saying no say we are unique. You know that your style is unique. Masa, let me move on. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 5 says, love does not demand its own way. Love does not demand its own way. Now, if you're a young parent and you're listening to me, how do you know if you have genuinely accepted your kids? It's very simple. You don't insist that they should be like you. Because the first principle is to accept their uniqueness. Now, so your bad time, no person who say, woman or woman, or your original. And this one we to say will be a sa obano mold anyankopon di mold no owie no buye ombo will be to say obanada and ombo be to say sa akwala anada intino. If love, according to 1 Corinthians 13:5, if love does not demand its own way, how can you tell me this morning whether you have accepted your kids just the way they are? That is, if you have not, or if you don't insist you want your child to become like you. I remember one example. When we be to say Kwame Sefakan, on no point ya me buy. Kwame Sefakan neba, anase nemba, should not necessarily be famous or popular. Simple. Kwame Sefakan, neba be mano, Yentwira wo baby say so no so be popular, no be famous to say ne papa. Obi to say Kwame Despite. She nkyere say ne baby ana ne mani nyina omo be business mongols. That is if you say love does not demand its own. Wo sanya wotie no. Sa wo beje wo ba na tum sanya wotie na, menka say me Kwame Sefa kan me popular. Ntie den a me ba. When you're popular, not just say when you're clever. No, that is not how it's supposed to be. You know, when we have kids, there is this tendency that you will love your kids to be like you. So pa ben kwan na wo ba umane fufuo na ben kwan no was wondi a na we dwala say ben kwan a wo ben no mu wo na wo pa ben kwan no, but wo ba no onye wo. Say bia we need sports bi ho. Ana say we are very good in an area. Bia na wo de winning maths, winning accounting. Enti chinchini a opesa wo ba na be accountant. Well, they are not you. You should understand and accept that your child is unique. Politely, I said this on Friday, let me remind you. The world needs only one of you. We are seeing Yakupon boy, you know. Ye hear wo nse so ba akope. Inti sa oba asase so be ye ne esa wo ye wi a, eno no. Men try enkre se Nyankopon hia wo nse so te se wo abiomu a obebo foforo. Na wo mbo ni penti no, wo se so ye hia ba akope Kofi Bilson. Me se so ye hia ba akope is enough. Me kwa eno no. You see, the conforming does not come from the peer group alone. It also comes from parents who insist they want their child to be just the way they are. But if you really love your children, like I mentioned earlier on, love does not demand its own way. If I love my own kids, I don't have to demand they should be like me. Let them be themselves. Let them be who God made them to be. Now, the problem we have on our hands right now is that a lot of kids are getting the message, I can't be me. The world is giving them the message that, look, you can't be yourself. I'll explain. We are trying to let the children know you are not cool to be yourself. Except you have a particular hairstyle, you wear a particular beard, you dress in a way, it's not cool to be you. Who told you? I have to either be what my peers want me to be, I have to be what my parents want me to be, and even when they get married, what their partner wants them to be. Yeah, that is conforming. Akwadaisi swa. Na fefo ni omudi agro nte se oye te se wo mu. Na wofo pese oye te se wo mu. Oware a ne kunu ana ne yere epese oye nipa foforo. Se wo honye adwuma ye a na adwuma wura epese oye nipa foforo bi a enye ono. You see, all of a sudden children get lost. The starting point of bringing the best in others is accepting their uniqueness completely. Can I tell you something? As a young parent, you need to be a student of your kids. Yeah, be a student of your kids. Who say, Ubia, if you are a student of the Bible, you take time to study it. If you become a student of your kids, you take time and study your children because they are unique. Your goal is not to mold your kids into your image. Your goal is to help them become what God made them to be. Listen to this carefully, and you can write it down if you're someone who takes notes. Kids are not things to be molded. Kids are people to be unfolded. Enkwada enye bibi te se isamo a waya a wode bobrodo a wo be bono shape ana wode ne beto chance mu ama na feel sa chance un se brodo ye fitu brodo ni wi a isamo no obetumi de ato chance bi mu a star intie to a na ye star debi. Children are not things to be molded. Who are they? They are people to be unfolded. And anything you are unfolding it means you don't know what is in it. If I give you a birthday present this morning, that is Jennifer, definitely you don't know what is in it, so you curiously and carefully unfold it. Children are people who are unfolding. So you need to be very critical and attentive and then study as they unfold. And to unfold, you don't know what is inside, but God does. God knows that kind of DNA he gave to them. So the first step or principle to bring the best out of your children is to accept them. They are unique. Just watch them unfold, but then train them. Just guide them so they know how to go, about things correctly in this earth. The second principle, which I want to touch on briefly today, is to affirm their value. To affirm someone is to offer emotional support and encouragement. What most parents fail to do is to affirm their children. So make us say to affirm akwadaa no mani unhunu, to affirm a child and say obema akwadaa ne hunu say ne ho won faso. Akwala ne bia na woma ene wonim ba bia na wonim ade ton bia na wonim anwomoto nti ese the teacher eka se ware e wo classroom a ka che ne se wo sombo chen ade teacher no o kire wo no ma akwada ne hunu se because wo maame no wo eja no wo na wo gi akwala ne tum na wo kan kranhye nsem e kire akwala no a your voice is louder than any voice that they know. To affirm their value constantly. I don't think you can give too much of affirmation to anybody. I don't think you can give your children too much affirmation. Everybody has a deep hunger to be believed in, to be trusted, to be understood, to be affirmed, to be valued. And this is how your Father in heaven affirms you. Oh yes, God has affirmed you. In Matthew chapter 10, verse 29, God said, and he's saying it to you this morning, not even a sparrow can fall to the ground without your heavenly Father knowing it. And you are more valuable to God. Now, quickly, explain to your child why he or she is so valuable. First of all, tell that child he or she is custom made. God didn't make any person like that child. Or demufu ba akupe. Secondly, no, tell that child the child is very valuable because Jesus Christ came to die for that child. Oh yes. Sa wo ton ade a wo nim se ne ade na sombo. Jese obi ba so obeto. Se me ton me car, me de make say bia me pabuo sei. Nipa obeto no, on no be kire me say meto car ne buo sei. Christ died to pay for your son's sins. So that is the price. The price of your son is for God to come and die. And then you see, koto dying. And then you will be antinemu than there was a price. But the very moment the Becca say a dying way no, Caneno, and I said Kwame Nkrumah akotena sa dying muda. And I J.J. Rollins atena a dying way muda. Emma a dying and a buono a kosuru. Now guess what? Wobano, winni power ti wobanemu. The Spirit of God lives in your child. So the Trinity shows the value of your child. First of all, the Father in heaven created him. Secondly, the Son died for him. And thirdly, the Spirit lives in him. That is how valuable your child is. Now, if you know this and you tell that child, you will not allow any teacher. You will not allow any teacher to tell your child he's of no value or is not intelligent. Okay? Now, my time is up. I had wanted to tell you how you can demonstrate your affirmation by visual attention, physical attention, and verbal appreciation. Visual attention. Let me touch on this so that I don't come back. You can't visual attention and say, Obama weni akọ wo ma no ho. Sa woni akwala kura kasa na wokuta woma na wo kan a akwala ne tumi hu no se weni nje ne ho weni nkọ ne ho. Atoso mienu akwada bia yenta ensuso ni mu no akwala no sebe na dwene kura ne enhye den ni yi sa ukọ orphanage enjanka fia enkwada no mu nsu esan se wo mu esu a mo hu se wo mu nsu a enya de obi ebebe pepeja no se weni gi wo ba ho a ya na wo ma no so uso ne mu opon school kura ba wo de won saka no physical affection eka ho na afi verbal appreciation biewa no na ka nsem a ebehye akwada no enkran. A word of encouragement does a lot of wonders. That is Proverbs 12:25. Whatever that they do, let them know that they've done a great job. Never underestimate affirmation. Me Kofi. When my dear Bakwe me yabo me yasimu chen bibia. I wish I could have affirmation with regard to the program that I do from my family members. Guess what? None of my family members will tell me you are good on air. I don't have that affirmation. But you would ask myself, but Kofi, do you need it? Oh, yes, of course, yes. Oh, yes. Even as old as I am, I wish my family members would call me and affirm that, wow, we love your programs and you are great. I don't have that affirmation. And don't ever deny your children the affirmation. Don't deny your children the affirmation. They need it so much to develop. Studies have shown that the number one predictor of whether a child will be successful or not is not their child's intelligence or whether there's money in the family or not. It is just the presence of a caring adult. Ya ye hwehwe mu dia ba betudwa se eden na kire se akwada betumi ani abeyo penimpa. Enya nwoma woni wo school ena enye sika ewo fie na emum se obenya openi bi a odo no. Eden na kire se akwada benia ye openimpa. Enye nimdia wo school ana sika wo mu fie na emum obenya openi bi a odo no. Medibesi ha ochina will go on to principle number 3 because I have just finished with principle number 2. Thank you so much for listening. It was brought to you courtesy Hisense Ghana, the number one, or let me say the electronic brand of the year, electronic product of the year, an official sponsor for the Black Stars, Ghana Black Stars, Qatar 2022.
Peace and fam, station with a vision. 104.3. Peace and fam, 104.3. Peace and fam. Peace and fam, station with a vision. 104.3. Peace and fam, 104.3. Peace and fam.
Ebusuya intino aka sima insia ema promotu, bringing up the best in your children. First principle, accept their uniqueness. Second principle, affirm your children. Offer emotional support. What I'll be talking about tomorrow, third principle, is to trust them with increasing responsibility. If you want to bring out the best in your children, trust them with increasing responsibility. You don't want to miss this one. Make a date tomorrow morning. Thank you. Ebusuya baby yedru no me won kaibo ba ku mienu bi wadaroma ana pe machi watena ase ache me fa me kaibo entu enim na afei me nsore so ne fa pram to breka se bo ne mbeso mu se me hia ase a me de wo kọ oka deco. Oh, oka deco mo fata asida ene ayeye ene ensembo woni me be ya adwene se bibia wo Ghana bia ya tutum brodo insuo chese bibia abo ekosoro enti wanwa se oka deco nkoa wo mo se wo mo nuoma no wo mo ntumu na mmom wo mo yi wo mo nuoma no so ohamu enchemu eduenu. They are giving us 20% off on everything in the store. Inti me no waka say, sa wo bora oka deko mu a, bibia wo mo ton bia no, ohamu enchemu eduenu, that is 20%, ya de acha wo kwa. Umpe wei, upe den, inti bra ye showroom a wo enkran ha, Spintex, any Kumasi, any breweries, any edi enhwenim. Think home, think oka. Sisi ade senia in abrabo kono obi a pe bebi odini tifa ne ho badwo ne kakra o. Enti no onyonko tie mie. Se opese wo send sika, se wonim se wo send ya ne ebetete wo no edoso. Me free Vodafone omoso ya na pay echia obebre na maka wo se me patro wo send sika e wo Vodafone cash so a eye free. Wo send sika wo Vodafone cash so a eye free. 11 kwa na obetua. Vodafone, just dial *110# and send money without extra charges. Vodafone, further together. When you say ebia o program bi opesa wo hwe wo TV so. Ne program no as say bia nka wo record nso na bia wo nifie a. Sa wo HD plus decoder. Obetumia ahyehye efidie nankasa eduru sa time na wo program no recorded dia to ho e dia mawo. Nti no HD plus decoder de ehu hia pa bomodin na pema wonan enye intietia na kwaji wo HD plus decoder every the nearest Electroland showroom and as a multi TV dealer bia ebeo ye ka the fili experience aka ba kumienu bi ewiamushan Emirates any Skakrabia Ecobank ya kan yentuma abano yesi ubia o tukwan na odi ewiemhyen Emirates na opesa wode kono bomodia na tua osika no fafa Ecobank na yema o hamu enchemu dumienu ano no fa ne kwa yeah. Ecobank account holders can enjoy up to 12% off all Emirates flights from Accra to destinations such as USA, Europe, Canada, United Kingdom, Cape Town, Dubai, and many more. For your special discount offer, simply book your flight at www.emirates.com/gh/ecobank. About time be a wutie me anape me pacho ya sheda ye the strawberry ye de aye enkwada toothpaste bia ede Kel Kids toothpaste na eye ede man kwada o di free mfie mienu de kopem mfie nsia with the Kel Kids with the treat with dish ye nsia ebema esena pai fita eye num ka bia na afei abo banese ho ban efri moawa ya obeni beba ho so no mo bone tokro nyamede sorry so no yen kaibo efri Joy Industries yen ene kofa ba ya Joy ointment Joy mami Joy daddy no scent sisia na ye bo ho de ru no the ultimate immune booster Vical 20 wonomu a karaviyazo Vical 20 is made from 100% herbs, known for boosting the immune system to fight diseases and infections. So there you are. Vical 20 is your ultimate immune system support for general well-being. Ni yakana saa ni achirechire mu kakra se wo ba wa fa yefunu. Oba wo ma kwada nufuo. Ni akwada won dim brumfie dumienu. Ni pekuo miensen monom Vical 20 ne bia nya yie. Ko drug store bia obenya Vical 20. Etufo mfre 0244 585531 and 0244 876321.